welcome back to my channel. This is K Scarlett. In this video we're going to be creating this super classy, super easy, trust me, you're going to want to know how to do this makeup. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for tuning back in, and if you're new here, welcome to the club. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Let's get right into this look. As you can see, my skin is looking really dry, so the first thing I want to do is to moisturize. I'm going to be moisturizing my lips with a Vaseline lip balm. A lot of people skip this step. It's so important to keep your lips nice and moisturized. I'm using the micellar water. This is from Cosmetics, and I'm just going to use a cotton pad and clean off any debris that might be on my face. Next, I'm going in with this hydrating serum from Sephora. And to just rub that in all over my face. Next, I'm going in with this moisturizer. It's also from Cosmetics. It's a Nigerian brand, so I'm just going to be using that all over my face. I'm using this finger to just smoothing out any crease with the moisturizer. This step is very important. Once you apply your concealer, you want it to really sit in without fine lines appearing so much. I'm going back with the Marabadesky setting spray. I'm going to spray this to extra hydrate my entire face. I'm using this Milk Hydro Grip Primer. This is the really small bottle and it's almost finished. I'm just going to apply that all over my face as well to ensure that my foundation really grips to my skin. I'm just going to be taking this brush from Vicabel. It's really dense and it's perfect for foundation application. This foundation is the L'Oreal True Match foundation. This is how much foundation I have on my pan. It's just really small. You don't really need much foundation. Baby, you know all the places. When applying foundation, you just have to make sure that the foundation is well blended into your skin. That is all. Once you realize that there is no more patches on your face, that is when you know that your foundation is blended. Next, I'm going to be using this concealer from Zaron Cosmetics. It's in shade Deep. I really like the undertone of this concealer and I just like the way it appears on my face. So I'm just going to be applying this under my eyes. Deep, can't get no sleep on each other, heavy teasing all day, and when the sun sets you asking me to come through, kick it with you, night turning to. I'm going to be going in with a concealer brush. I'm just going to tap a bit of my foundation because I want to make sure that the brush is not dry. You can also tap it on the same concealer you're using, but I prefer using the foundation. I just want to make sure that the brush is not dry so it doesn't lift off my concealer. So all I'm doing is just tapping and blending with the brush, making sure that it really gets in all those areas. Knows my places like you do. Your places like I do. I'm going to be using this concealer. It's a lighter shade of concealer, a Tarte concealer in shade Medium Tan Golden, and I'm going to be using this to brighten my under eye. So I'm going to be taking the same brush and I'm just going to go in and tap away. Make yourself at home, get to know mine on the inside. Can meet at yours next time. Make sure you're holding the brush in a very controlled way so the concealer doesn't spread where you don't want it. I'm going to be setting my under eye with a disposable powder puff, and the Fenty Beauty Compact Powder in shade 320. Now I'm going in with this Beauty by AD setting powder. This is in shade Amber. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a bit and I'm going to dust it off a little and then just apply it under my eyes to further set that area. I'm going to set my entire face. I'm using the Milani powder in shade Warm. I'm just tapping in and making sure that I have good products on my brush, and then I'm just going to set my entire face. I'm going to be contouring my face with the CoverGirl Full Spectrum Bronzer, and I'm just going to go as high as possible on my face, and I'm using the same powder brush to just blend out that area. So I'm just taking this in, I'm taking it up to my forehead. I have minty forehead, so I'm just bronzing those areas. I'm using this blush from MAC Cosmetics. I can't remember the shade because it literally wiped off, guys. Now I'm going straight to my brows. I'm going to be using this Davis pencil in number 3 and a spoolie. If you don't have brows like me, you don't have anything to be worried about, you can always draw it in. Starting with this Kevyn Aucoin concealer. This is in shade 10. Using the same concealer brush, just tapping a little and then dabbing it all over my eyes. I'm going in with a smaller brush and I'm just blending out the edges. So I'm using this Milani powder. This is in the shade Deep, and I'm just going to use this to contour my nose. I'm just dabbing to blend the edges to make sure that there's no sharp line there. I'm also going to be applying it underneath my nose, not at the tip. I'm going to be using this same Fenty Beauty powder to create like an outline of what I want for my eyeshadow. A straight line. You can make this as long as you want. For this look, I want it long. Fierce by Nature. First shade I'm using. I'm just taking it out. So this is what we look like at this point. I'll probably use just a bit of the black to intensify the inner part of very little, and then let's see how it's going. And I'm intensifying this part. Focus it on this area. So I'm just going to apply more concealer in that area, just very little to blend that place very well. To take this gold eyeshadow and just place it on that area. I don't want it to go like up so much, so I'm just applying it in that area. This is Fenty Beauty powder in 320, so I'm just going to be using that light shade to blend out the shimmer eyeshadow. I'm just blending that out properly. Now I'm going to clean up this area. I'm going to clean it to give it a really lifted and sharp edge, and I'm going to be doing that with this flat brush and a concealer. I'm just tapping it with my finger, blending it in. This is what I want. There's just touching like a light shade of powder, highlights my nose area. So I'm going to be applying my lashes. This lashes is unbranded. It was a gift from someone very special.
Too deep, can't get no sleep on each other, carry teasing all day, and when the sun sets, you asking me to come through, kick it with you, night turn into morning dew.
Right now we're completely done with the eye look, and I think it's looking good. So I'm going to go on with my lips. I'm going to line.
We both already know your place is my place. No, my place is your place. Let's face it, baby. You know all the places. My place is your place. My place. Just
I'm going to be applying this lipstick. The stick is from the Adventure brand.
your places like I do. My place like you.
And after that, I'm going to be blending it out with a lip brush.
Baby, don't stop. Got the key to the lock.
I think I'm going to go for a bit of gloss on the lips. I think it's going to make it look better. So let's go for gloss. This is what we're looking like right now. I'm just going to go in with my highlighter to complete the look. So on the tip of my nose, and I'm going to do the same for the bridge of my nose. And I'm going to use another brush to apply on my cheek, on the highest point of my face. So I'm just gonna do this. Try not to apply too much. So I'm doing the same for this area, applying at the highest point of my face and blending it. I'm going to be topping up the highlighter with the So Pro highlighter, and this is in the shade Jara. It has like a pinkish undertone. This is how it looks like. This to my highlighter. Can you see? Also, a little goes a long way, so you don't have to apply much of this product. I'm going to be further blending just the bottom of the highlighter, just the bottom, with my powder brush, just to make sure everything is well blended. The smaller brush and a light powder to just dust off the excess powder under my eyes. I'm not really like applying pressure on the dusting. I'm just pressing it in. I'm just pressing it in and dusting it off just a bit at the edge. So I'm going in with this to just refresh the entire face, take out the excess powder. Setting spray to set the entire look. Yes, I'm going in with the mascara for under my eyes.
Time's been moving slowly, so we already in too deep. Can't get no sleep on each other, heavy teasing all day, and when the sun sets, you asking me to come